Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Minnesota Vikings
and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, try to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
And the Raider first down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Raiders at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Hands it off out of the gun. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now it's Fields. Trucks over him, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
Fields.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Pass to 20 for a short gain, second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Now Lawrence.
He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Here's Lawrence.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On the return, Harris. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
Room here to run.
And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. 70 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Great run there, but it looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through. They didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact and going a long way. For the defensive guys, when they watch this on tape, they're not going to be real happy with themselves. They had a great opportunity that they let slip through their hands.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw is Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wolf. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. go to the ground attack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
Vikings 14, Raiders 10.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They snap it to Fields. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10. Here's Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first and 10, it's Lawrence. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dawson Knox as the first half is winding down, and the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Raiders 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Off play action, Fields. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. 3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
On play action, Lawrence. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's got it. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4th down. Here's Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Wolf. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Fields. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
10 yards on the play.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And now here is another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Raiders 10.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Fields now to throw.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Ready? Bravo.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
78 yards on the ground here for Dobbins, and a first down coming up.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught.
And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, Charles, just impressive in all three phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the fourth quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some space here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Vikings, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.